What's up guys, Jared, JM Fishing. Today I am making some sinkers. Like my buddy Adam wanted me to make him some 6s and 8s for the river. So today that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be making some sinkers, and I'm going to bring you guys along for the ride. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Yeah, here's the lead ingots he gave me to melt down. Thank God they're not wheel weights, so thanks for that, Adam. But here's our mold I have over top of the pot here, and the pot is full. Put 3 of those ingots in there. But these are the style sinkers we're making for them, 6s and 8s. A little bit of residue on the top here, so I'm going to take our handy dandy spoon, just kind of scrape the top. If you have any if there's any imperfections in the lead, it all kind of floats to the top, but these are all perfect lead ingots, so not really a huge deal. Now when you're dealing with the wheel weights, it gets kind of dirty and it's kind of annoying to use wheel weights. It works, but it just takes a little bit longer. I had the mold over top of the pot here just to kind of warm it up. The lead kind of, it helps the lead set in the mold itself when it's warm like that. It'll probably take a couple tries still to get the right consistency. All right, so we got a couple of wood blocks here just to kind of shim up. I mean, you can hold this thing up to the spout, but it just makes it a little bit easier. Let's see how this works. Just kind of wing it. This is a 6 and an 8 mold. You can really get any kind of mold you want. I also have a couple of jig head molds we might mess with later. If you guys have never messed with lead before, it sets very fast. Just let it kind of fill up. Those 8s take a while to fill up. There we go. Alright. I'm just going to kind of open this up, see how we did. Hey. Sure looking pretty good, actually. It's still pretty hot, but yeah, see this one has a lot of like divots in it. It's because the mold wasn't hot enough. This 6 turned out pretty good. Yeah, that one looks good. That one probably keep, but yeah, this 8 we're gonna recycle. Now it is set, but it's still really hot, so I'm gonna use this pliers to get it out of here. And we're just gonna add that back to the pot. And the 6 will pull out. Yeah, it's looking pretty decent. And we'll just kind of repeat that process. Now I am kind of doing a no-no when it comes to this. I don't have a respirator on me, which you probably should have, but this garage door is open, so it is pretty well ventilated. But there's not much fumes coming off of this this pure lead. You really have to worry about fumes a lot when you're dealing with things like wheel weights and imperfect metals and coatings and stuff like that. But this stuff's doing pretty good. Yeah, that came out a little better. That one came out a lot better. This mold is already starting to get kind of hot. I can feel it in the wood handle, so I'm gonna put on these gloves. And when I handle lead, I do like to use gloves. Like this stuff will give you cancer. It's not good for you. I'm just gonna put on these fireplace gloves. Kind of keep the heat down a little bit. Just like that. There's really not much to it. That's really it. Just gonna kind of wash, rinse, repeat. All right, guys. Earlier we made some sinkers for my buddy Adam. Got a bunch of 6s and 8s, and so we got all that made up, and that's all cooling down now. So in the meantime, I'm gonna take some of the rest of the lead that I have and make some jig heads. Yeah, I got a couple jig head molds from a garage sale for like 15 bucks a piece. Pretty cheap for the going rate of those. It's like 50 or 60 bucks a piece for brand new molds, so pretty good deal. Yeah, I got some hooks for these jig head molds, and figured I'd make up some jig heads, see what's going on. Okay, so we got the hooks. We got our 2 molds here and our hooks. These are 3/0 mustad hooks, and these are 1/0 mustad hooks. We have 1/8 and 1/4 ounce round ball jig heads, and we have 3/8 and 1/4 ounce walking jig heads. I don't know what else to call those. Yeah, we're just gonna kind of fill these guys up. This is my first time using these, so we'll see how they turn out. Kind of excited though. These 3/0s are a longer shank hook, so they go in these football jigs. Alright, now the tricky part to these jig head molds, from what I've seen, is closing them up properly to where the hooks don't get caught on the mold themselves. Alright, that one's good. I think we're good there. I'm gonna start with this round ball mold. Yeah, these are a little bit bigger jig heads than I'm used to using. I normally use like 1/16 ounce jigs for crappies and bluegills and stuff to catch for catfish bait. Yeah, I figured I could use these bigger jigs to fish for walleye and maybe some white bass and smallmouth. So we'll see how these turn out. And maybe in the future I can make some bucktails. Those are the round ball jigs. Now we're gonna do the football jigs. All right. Let's see how these guys turned out. All right, as you guys can see, there's these are Adam sinkers that I made in a previous video. But let's see how these jig heads did. Ooh, this is the first time I've made these, so wasn't really sure how they're gonna turn out. And it looks like they turned out pretty good. Look at that. Check that out. That's pretty cool. Right on. Yeah, those turned out really well. This is a 1/4 ounce version. This mold is 1/4 and 3/8 ounce. That's cool. Alright, now we're gonna do the ball head jig heads. See how these turned out. Ooh. I like that. It's the first time I've used these. Those turned out pretty well too. I like the red color with the the shiny lead, it looks pretty neat. I like that. Yeah, there's a 1/4 ounce. Yeah, that one didn't do as great. Probably because the mold wasn't heated up and the lead cooled too fast. But hey, we're learning. Yeah, see I think the lead cooled a little too quickly on that. Cool. Let's do that again. All right, guys, that's probably gonna do it for our jig head making video. I'm gonna have to experiment with that a little bit more and get some more lead. But yeah, if you guys stuck around this long, thank you for watching, and we'll see you the next time. Thanks, guys.